Well, hello everybody and welcome back. It's Jenny. And thank you for being my friends. Sorry I've been under the weather for the weekend. And I'm just now getting back to being myself a little bit. So, we're going to talk some more deals. And you know you want to know. So come on in, like and share on your way. If you're not one of our crazy friends yet, well, glad to meet you. Come on in. Look below, hit the subscription button and that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our usually daily deals. And you won't miss any of our awesome information like we're going to have today. Because you know you want to know. Inquiring minds always want to know. We don't just do deals here, guys. We hang out. We reminisce. We do different kinds of deals. As well as, the flash deals that everybody else is talking about. But, we're a little bit different of a channel. And everybody deserves something a little different. So go ahead and subscribe. Hang out for a while. And you can leave if you want to, if you don't like us later on. But do the deed. Do it now. Please and thank you. Yep, go ahead and do it. That way you don't forget it and you won't have to come back and find us. We'll find you. And everybody, you know the rest of the spiel. Please allow the video to play all the way to the end. If you're new here, these things are so important, okay? I mean, really, not just for me, but for any creator that you visit if you're new to YouTube. Hanging out on YouTube, you go visiting other people other than me. Well, interaction is so important. So liking, sharing, leaving that comment, watching it all the way to the end, or just letting it play. Once you're there, just let it play all the way to the end, unless it's an hour or so long and you just, don't want to sit there or cut the sound down, something. But all those things help the creators, help you, or keep bringing content to you. So, do that for us. We love you bunches for it. Now, next up. Alright, I was bragging in one of my videos, last two videos, about what I did over the weekend. Remember I said I wasn't feeling well, so I tried to get a lot done in one transaction. Well, it didn't work out that way. I still ended up doing 3 transactions, and I'm going to explain to you why, because that deal is still going on. So this information is still important. Alright, now, you see this long, look at this. Oh my goodness. Way back when I first started, this is how I used to do the deeds, okay? These big long list of deals. But then they changed the system, and it was hard to follow along to know what came off, okay? So having these many items and making sure that they all came off, you couldn't see them on the little screen like when, before they changed the systems. If you're one of the avid Dollar General shoppers, you know what I'm talking about. Same way in the older operating system, you'll see things on the screen when they ring them up. Well, we used to be able to see that and our coupon coming off as it happened. It was awesome. Why they changed that feature, I do not know. But there's a lot that was coming off, and it's really hard to tell it when you're going through all of this. So if you're doing something this big, do your math ahead of time so that when you get your total, you have some idea whether or not you got everything that you're supposed to have. Okay. What I used to do, when I did things this big, if my coupon did not come off after the fact, I would return it. Return the item, get my money back. And you can still do that, okay? Just so you know, you can still do that. But let's have a look, because this deal turned out really good. And what I decided to do was just go through and get some of the cheapest items that they had. And I ended up changing some stuff out because I found some different things, and there was things they didn't have, like the Airwick warmers, which I wouldn't have used on this deal anyway because I didn't need a filler because I had so much stuff. So what I started out with was the $5 Scott towels. They were actually on sale. And then I got the Scott Comfort Plus $3.75 toilet paper, and we had dollar coupons for each thing. The Tango Strawberry Gain beads for $4.75, and of course, I had the $2 coupon. And then the Febreze Small Spaces, I picked up 2 Tide Pods because we had 2 different coupons for the Tide Pods, and one of them was a $2 off, I believe it was, and one was $1 off. Don't normally do Tide, but my stock on some of my stuff is getting a little low. So I also did the Febreze Air Effects. I picked up the Body Armor, 2 of them, because we have a $1 coupon, and that makes that $2.70 for, $1.70 for 2. I picked up the Cascade. That was a killer deal because it was on sale for $4.75, and we had a $4 coupon. Now the OxyClean. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. What was it? Oh, the OxyClean was Arm & Hammer. I picked up the Arm & Hammer. That was on sale for $5.35, believe it or not. And we had a $2 off. And then I picked up the Chocolate Caramel Chips Ahoy's, the new ones. I picked up 2 of those, and then 1 of the $1 Oreo cookies. Now, I did this deal earlier in the day, so I missed out on the 3 for $9 deal. But, as you can see, everything did come off like it was supposed to come off, including my 5 off 25, which was astounding. My taxes was $3.24 was taxes. So that means I basically had $25 out of pocket for all of these items. And really, with taxes, it was $28.24, and that's what I paid out of pocket, and that's what I saved, $28.55. So even with taxes, it was 50% off. So if you take away the taxes, it was actually 60% off. So really good deals here. And like I said, most of this was stuff that I actually needed versus just things I needed to fill up a transaction with. But what I had tried to do in this transaction was pick up 2 of the Maybelline products and get, because this transaction was so big, and get my $3 instant savings. But they wouldn't let me do it, or the computer wouldn't let me do it. Even though I had $20 worth of Maybelline products, it would only give me one $3. So we had to outsmart them. And this is what I wanted to tell you about, because we have the Maybelline instant savings deal still going on. I went back and did another transaction with the Cascade with more of the Tropical Punch Body Armor. I went and picked up a loaf of the bread. I had a 55-cent peelie on that. I picked up some Snuggle because I had a urn on the Snuggle. And I picked up the Vita Fusion Gummies because they're on sale for $5.50, and we have the $3 coupon for those. So I picked up those. And there you can see I picked up the Maybelline foundation for $9.25 and the Maybelline Baby Skin primer for $8.25. Now, why this one worked and the other one didn't work, I don't know, except for the mascara itself was $11. So, that's the only thing I can think of, and it gave me that for that, and didn't account for the other money going towards that $9.25 product. I don't really know, but it wouldn't work with the mascara and the foundation. So I went back and picked up the baby skin. Now, obviously, $8.25. They had this stuff in a place that said $4 and change, guys. So I'm just now realizing I paid $8.25 for that primer. That explains why this was more out of pocket than I thought it was supposed to be. But as you can see, I did get my $1.25 for my Snuggle. I got my $1 for my Punch, my Cascade $4, my Ancient Grain for $55, and I got my $3 instant savings and my 5 off 25. So my total out of pocket for this was like $22 and some change. My savings was $16.80 for this. So what I did to get the other part of what I wanted as far as the makeup, as I did another deal. And in this deal we did the Tropical Punch, we did Hellmann's Mayonnaise, because, yeah, we could always use extra mayonnaise. And I did the mascara, which is the very thing on top for $11. And then I did 3 12-packs of Coke products. And we ended up with $1 off on the Tropical Punch, $2 off on the Coke products, $3 off on the Hellmann's, $10.25 discount on the Coke products, and $3 off for my instant savings, and $5 off 25. So I did get it this way. So my total savings for this deal was $24.25, and my out-of-pocket was, again, something like $22. So altogether, 2, 4, 6... 7, I spent about $73 altogether, but I saved $28.55, $24.25, so there's already $50, and then another $16, so I saved about $60 on this deal. So, winner, chicken dinner on all that. But that's the information that I wanted to give you about the Maybelline, guys, okay? And to let you know that this transaction right here is pretty much still available to you in certain items. Your cookie deal is better on this because you've got 3 for $9 on this. Your Tropical Punch is still available. Your Febreze items are still available. Your Tide items, I think, are still available. I'll have to go and look. Your Gain Tango is still available. And I'm not sure about the Scott. The Scott $1 off may or may not be still available, but we'll check that out. But almost every single thing on this transaction is still available, so if you wanted to do this transaction and save this kind of money, well, there you go. Now, next up, some more information, guys. The last video I did was about my fail at this deal. Well, this is why I love my crazy friends. Always read the comments. Because in the comments, thank you, Amanda, somebody told me that the orange Persil will not attach. I didn't even scan the Persil. This is why it's so important to scan. Even if you think for sure it's attaching. Scan. And I could have swore, and I may have scanned everything. But then again, I may not have. Because I changed up the deal a couple of times. I know I scanned the all, because I needed to see if I had the all coupons. And I know I scanned the Snuggle, because I wanted to make sure I had the earn. But there was no coupon for the Persil. So there was really no reason for me to scan the Persil, and I should have. So, I may go back and try this deal again. Anybody that's going to the store, try it without the orange Persil. Now, also, if you watched my last video, you see the deal on the Gain. And again, I want to reiterate, the fireworks on this deal is a store coupon. It may not work with this deal, though it shows it, okay? Though it shows it available in the app, it may not work. If it doesn't work, you can try picking, you won't get the $2.50 off extra because it only works on that Tango beads. And that Tango beads is another store coupon. That being said, if you do it, your out of pocket, if it does not work, will be $2.50 more. So you'll be paying, get 4 for $12, and you will be getting $2 more off of that. So you'll be paying like $10 for those 4 items. Any other, excuse me, any other Glades that are on clearance don't qualify for the sale. It's just a regular price Glade air fresheners. Buy 2, get 1 free. And you're going to pick up 3 of these for $4.50. And you're going to get back $4.50. That's right. You're going to earn back $4.50. You're going to get 3 of these. They're going to be absolutely free. But the earns do not work. I mean, sorry, not the earns. The earns will work on the ones that are on clearance for $165 and $205. They will work on that, but your sale buy 2 get 1 free will not. So there you go. So let's get you a daily deal together before we go. Guys, this is your daily deal. We're going for the General Mills cereal, the 4 for $8. And we're going to add that to our Glade for $4.50. And the 4 for $8 is $12.50. You've got $5.50 in earns coming back, leaving you $7 out of pocket. That is a winner chicken dinner. Now, you could roll that over on a lot of things, including the Folgers coffee. That's 2 for $14. That would pay that half off. Or you could save it and use it on your 3-day sale for Kingsford Charcoal, because you've got a $3 off on that. So that would pretty much pay for that. So $5.50 in earns early on in the week with a $7 final out of pocket is not bad for 7 items. That's right, 7 items, winner chicken dinner. So blessings. Love you bunches. Talk to you again real soon with more great deals, steals, awesome information that you need to know.